National Electrical Code, or NEC, references are important for electrical installations. Article 300.22c may be relevant, depending on the specifics of the installation. Flexible cords and cables should not be used as a substitute for fixed wiring, as stated in Article 400.10a. Article 430.244 is crucial in industrial establishments where rigid metal conduit is used. It specifies that the conduit must be securely supported in place. Junction boxes also have specific requirements. Article 410.42 dictates that junction boxes used as pull or junction boxes containing conductors from 2 or more circuits must be of sufficient size. Sufficient space is needed for all conductors. Regarding the attachment of boxes, Article 410.67c3 emphasizes that boxes should be securely attached to substantial surfaces. In addition to the NEC, NFPA 70E, which is the standard for electrical safety in the workplace, outlines specific safety requirements for electrical work in industrial environments. This includes the proper installation and maintenance of electrical equipment. Local codes and standards may impose additional requirements or restrictions. Always consult the relevant local authorities to ensure compliance. Following industry standard best practices is crucial for ensuring the safe and efficient installation of electrical systems in pallet racks. These best practices often go beyond the minimum requirements outlined in the NEC and other codes. Rigid metal conduit, or RMC, offers excellent physical protection for conductors. It is often required in industrial settings where there is a risk of damage to the wiring. Securely supporting the conduit is essential to prevent it from becoming a hazard. Use appropriate conduit clamps and supports to ensure that the conduit is properly secured to the pallet racks. The size of the junction boxes should be carefully selected based on the number and size of the conductors that will be installed in them. Overcrowded junction boxes can lead to overheating and other problems. Make sure that there is enough space for all of the conductors to be properly terminated and for the box to be closed securely. When attaching boxes to pallet racks, use hardware that is specifically designed for that purpose. Self-tapping screws or other fasteners that are approved for use with metal are often used. Make sure that the fasteners are properly tightened to prevent the boxes from becoming loose. Consider the need for disconnect switches near the workbench. This will allow workers to quickly and easily de-energize the electrical equipment in the event of an emergency. All electrical work should be performed by qualified electricians who are familiar with the NEC and other applicable codes and standards. They should also be properly trained in electrical safety procedures. Grounding is essential for safety. Ensure that all metal parts of the electrical system, including the conduit, boxes, and equipment, are properly grounded. This will help to protect workers from electrical shock. Use appropriate overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers or fuses, to protect the electrical system from overloads and short circuits. The overcurrent protection devices should be sized according to the ampacity of the conductors. Label all electrical equipment clearly and legibly. This will help workers to identify the equipment and to understand its purpose. Regularly inspect the electrical system to identify any potential problems. Look for signs of damage such as frayed wires, loose connections, or corroded equipment. Address any problems promptly to prevent them from becoming more serious. Ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with the NEC and other applicable codes and standards. The NEC provides detailed requirements for the installation of electrical systems. Understanding and following these requirements is essential for ensuring the safety of workers and the public. It's important to consult the latest edition of the NEC, as codes are updated regularly. Be aware that the NEC is not a design manual. It provides minimum requirements for safety. In many cases, it may be necessary to go beyond the minimum requirements to ensure a safe and reliable electrical system. Consider using a qualified electrical engineer to design the electrical system for the pallet racks. An electrical engineer can help to ensure that the system is designed to meet all applicable codes and standards and that it is safe and reliable. They can also help to select the appropriate equipment and materials. Ensure the lighting is appropriate for the tasks being performed at the workbench. Insufficient lighting can lead to eye strain and other problems. Consider using task lighting to provide additional illumination at the workbench. Be aware of the potential for static electricity in industrial environment. Static electricity can damage electronic equipment and can also be a fire hazard. Take steps to prevent static electricity from building up, such as using anti-static mats and wrist straps. Be aware of the potential for arc flash hazards. Arc flash is a dangerous electrical explosion that can occur when there is a short circuit in an electrical system. Take steps to protect workers from arc flash hazards, such as wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE. Conduct a hazard assessment to identify potential electrical hazards in the workplace. A hazard assessment can help to identify potential hazards and to develop strategies for mitigating them. Train workers on electrical safety procedures. Workers should be trained on how to identify electrical hazards and how to work safely around electricity. They should also be trained on how to use personal protective equipment and how to respond to electrical emergencies. Ensure that all electrical equipment is properly maintained. Regularly inspect the equipment for signs of damage and repair any problems promptly. Keep electrical equipment clean and free of dust and debris. Dust and debris can cause electrical equipment to overheat and can also be a fire hazard. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for installing and maintaining electrical equipment. The manufacturer's instructions provide important information about how to install and maintain the equipment safely and properly. Use only approved electrical equipment. Approved electrical equipment has been tested and certified to meet safety standards. Do not use unapproved electrical equipment, as it may be unsafe. Report any electrical hazards to your supervisor or to the appropriate authorities. Promptly reporting electrical hazards can help to prevent accidents and injuries. The NEC provides specific requirements for the installation of electrical equipment in hazardous locations. A hazardous location is a location where there is a risk of fire or explosion due to the presence of flammable gases, vapors, or dusts. If the pallet racks are located in a hazardous location, be sure to follow the NEC requirements for hazardous locations. Consider using explosion-proof electrical equipment in hazardous locations. Explosion-proof electrical equipment is designed to prevent explosions from occurring in hazardous locations. Ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded. Grounding is essential for safety. It helps to protect workers from electrical shock and also helps to prevent electrical fires. Use a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, to protect workers from electrical shock. A GFCI is a device that detects ground faults and interrupts the flow of electricity. GFCIs are required in certain locations, such as bathrooms and kitchens, but they can also be used in other locations to provide additional protection from electrical shock. Use surge protection devices to protect electrical equipment from voltage surges. Voltage surges can damage electrical equipment. Surge protection devices can help to protect electrical equipment from damage caused by voltage surges. Consider using uninterruptible power supplies, or UPSs, to provide backup power in the event of a power outage. UPS can provide power for a limited time, which can allow workers to safely shut down equipment and prevent data loss. Be aware of the potential for electromagnetic interference, or EMI. EMI can interfere with the operation of electronic equipment. Take steps to minimize EMI, such as using shielded cables and filters. Consider using fiber optic cables instead of copper cables in areas where there is a lot of EMI. Fiber optic cables are immune to EMI. Be aware of the potential for radio frequency interference, or RFI. RFI can interfere with the operation of radio equipment. Take steps to minimize RFI, such as using shielded cables and filters. Consider using directional antennas to reduce RFI. Be aware of the potential for static discharge. Static discharge can damage electronic equipment. Take steps to prevent static discharge, such as using anti-static mats and wrist straps. Consider using air ionizers to reduce static electricity. Be aware of the potential for corrosion. Corrosion can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to prevent corrosion, such as using corrosion-resistant materials and coatings. Consider using cathodic protection to protect underground electrical equipment from corrosion. Be aware of the potential for moisture. Moisture can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to prevent moisture from entering electrical equipment. Consider using waterproof enclosures and sealants. Be aware of the potential for vibration. Vibration can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to minimize vibration, such as using vibration isolation mounts. Consider using flexible conduit to reduce vibration. Be aware of the potential for temperature extremes. Temperature extremes can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to protect electrical equipment from temperature extremes. Consider using heaters or coolers to maintain a stable temperature. Be aware of the potential for sunlight. Sunlight can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to protect electrical equipment from sunlight. Consider using UV-resistant materials and coatings. Be aware of the potential for rodents and insects. Rodents and insects can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to prevent rodents and insects from entering electrical equipment. Consider using rodent-proof and insect-proof enclosures. Be aware of the potential for vandalism. Vandalism can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to protect electrical equipment from vandalism. Consider using tamper-resistant enclosures and security cameras. Be aware of the potential for theft. Theft can result in the loss of electrical equipment. Take steps to prevent theft. Consider using security cameras and alarms. Be aware of the potential for fire. Fire can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to prevent fire. Consider using fire-resistant materials and coatings. Be aware of the potential for explosion. Explosion can damage electrical equipment. Take steps to prevent explosion. Consider using explosion-proof electrical equipment in hazardous locations. Remember to consult with qualified professionals, including licensed electricians and engineers, to ensure that all electrical work is performed safely and in compliance with all applicable codes and standards.